Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. Today I'm just going to go over a review of the previous season and also talk about plans for the new season, Alliance War Season 2, that's starting up in a few weeks here. So, I put a lot of thought and work into what I was going to do for Season 2. So, I got a bunch of different types of screens, different statistics I want to show for you guys, and sort of a theme for the whole season that I'm going to try and stick to as best I can throughout the whole season. And so I wanted to get this out there sort of as a preview and get some feedback from other people who are maybe watching my videos who enjoy the Alliance War footage and maybe have something to say. Maybe they want to request something. I can't promise I'll listen to everybody. I have my own opinions too, and these are my videos, but I do take all the feedback pretty seriously, and I definitely want to give everyone a chance to make suggestions before the Alliance War season starts and while I have plenty of time to prepare. So the first thing I'm going to do, though, is go over a recap of the first season and then open the awards, show you guys what happened, what did I get, what are my plans for the awards, and then I'll go into sort of what I have planned for Season 2. Okay, so Odin's Almighty got off to a really good start in Alliance War Season 1. We went on quite a win streak here. We first started off taking on Timau. That alliance, we went 1-0. We were just coming off another win streak, actually, leading up to the season because we had made some recruitment changes, and we really wanted to start off hot. And so we started off with a war rating of like 1,300 or 1,400. And we knew we had to build it up a little bit. We were in Tier 5 or Tier 4 potentially to start off. So the next war we had was against WAG D3. We went up 2-0 versus them, and that it was still pretty easy back in those ones. And then we ended up going 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 versus MBHP, is that Bray 2, Xupa. Some of these I can't pronounce. M.C, 6-0 versus them. MSIA, I think that's a Malaysian alliance, 7-0. Those guys, I remember that war pretty distinctly. A few of those guys, I think, reached out and commented on the videos. But anyway, Monk was after that. I think that was Bobbin's old alliance. I like that guy. He's a good YouTuber. We beat them. Then we went up against Fake Omni. That was the first time I saw Yeet comment on one of my videos. That was pretty funny. I think he said Fake Omni. And yeah, they were Fake Omni, though. We knew that going into it. And then our first loss happened at 9 wins, and .SPN beat us, and we went down to 9-1. We were pretty concerned with that war. I remember everyone was kind of freaking out after a 9-win streak. I don't know why we were freaking out. It was bound to happen eventually. But we pulled it together, and we may have made some organizational changes, and we took on Ni with the exclamation marks there, the knights who say Ni, from that Monty Python movie, Quest for the Holy Grail, I think. And yeah, we went up to 10-1. Then we played the Hateful 3. The Hateful 3, maybe the Hateful 30. Did I get that wrong? We beat them. Actually, I'm pretty sure we recruited someone from their alliance recently. I think for Season 2, maybe one of them will be joining us. I really cannot remember. We had a lot of turnover and a lot of people requesting to join. Some people wanted to leave the alliance, and there was some turnover. So I thought I remember Hateful 3, though, someone coming over from there. We beat them, though. That was a good war. Then we had Dash Z. We went up 12-1 versus them. The alliance, the war season was looking spectacular at this point. We thought we were untouchable. But then our first losing streak comes in. Z takes us down to 12-2. That Vero alliance takes us to 12-3. And Hunter beat us for the third time in 12-4. I think at this war, our officers were sort of starting to think, look, guys, we're more than halfway through the season. We just need to keep the wins up. We're not going to hit Platinum 2 at this rate at all. We're going to have to go for Platinum 3. So let's just hug Platinum 3 and make sure we do it right. So we ended up beating this TA alliance, and then we went on a little bit of a win streak again. We got the Ovbur, EPU-R, ISO 8Z. That was a nice. It was fun to go up against somebody from the ISO 8 family. we get on this nice little win streak, and NKR 12, they come in and put us up to 17-4. But it wasn't going to last. A Chinese alliance, who I can't even get the characters to write their tag here. Sorry about that. If anybody from that alliance is watching, they kicked our butts. It was hard. It was not easy, and yeah, we did not have a good time. And then D.S for the second to last war of the season, war number 23, I think. They end up beating us as well, and we go on. We're starting to come on a little bit of a losing streak, and we actually finish the last war of the season versus an alliance called Cloak. They beat us, and we went down 17-7. Now, I was under the impression that there were 25, maybe. I might have gotten the count of wars wrong. I mean, I've recorded all the wars in the season, and I'm pretty sure that I got the right count. 24 wars. Somebody should correct me though if I'm wrong here, because I don't know what happened. We ended up 17-7, and that's got to be it. So anyway, that's the recap of our season. We went 17-7, pretty good record, pretty healthy. We're pretty proud of it. We ended up in Platinum 3, which is something that I'm still struggling to track easily. And anyway, that's the end of Odin Almighty Season 1. So these are my Alliance rewards here. I picked them up, and I got some pretty nice 6-star shards, 3,000 of those, 8,000 5-star shards, some T5 basic. We got rank 164. Nothing to sneeze at. I mean, this is pretty good stuff. We were the 164th alliance in the entire world, and you know, we don't push that hard. We push, but we don't push that hard. We all have jobs and relaxing lives, and we got some pretty good rewards considering that we don't demand so much from our members and stuff. So I go ahead and claim those, and gonna go check out my T5 basics. I have just under 1 right now before the opening, and I have let's see down here 6 T2 alphas from before the opening. So I wanted to go and take a look at those before I open these crystals, because I wanted to get a feel for how much my stash is growing, because I saw some screenshots and it's not quite clear from the screenshots how much you actually gain, because they do form and then you kind of lose how many shards you have. So I just start off this by spinning 1 crystal to see what the real looks like, but then I quickly realized that it's just it looks a lot like some of those other crystals that have absolutely no meaning with the real. The real has absolutely no basis in reality. So you get some shards, you get a bonus item. So I got 1,000 shards. I was like, that's not great. And then I got 2,000 fragments. Okay, sure, sounds good. Let's pop these 9. So I got 17,000 fragments. It seems like you get about 2,000 usually, and I formed 1 of each of those. So pretty happy on overall. But if I go back to my inventory, check out the catalysts, you know, it would be really nice to be in Platinum 2, because if you look at my catalyst, I'm still like 36,000 shards away from another T5 basic, so it's going to be a long time. I'm going to have enough time to collect a lot of T2 alphas, I think, before I'm able to take another champion up to rank 5. But anyway, this is basically a preview. This is going to be the standard thumbnail for Alliance Wars Season 2. This is an example of our last war, Cloak vs. Odin's Almighty. I got my team there in the thumbnail. I was able to copy that button and edit the text a little bit. I kind of like that button a lot. I like the kabams. It's very pressable. I was able to get the logo. I got this theme of sort of a white bluish glow going on. I'm a really big fan. If you know my thumbnails of drop shadows, I love them. Maybe to a fault. Maybe I use them too much. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm a big fan of this. So I'm going to show this at the beginning of every war and in the thumbnail. But let's get into what I want to show as an overlay. So this is a sped up version of the Alliance War we just lost. And this is the overlay I kind of want to show. So in the bottom, I've got the war, the season, the war, the path, and the node. And then I've also got a death counter and a kill counter. Now the death counter is a little rip sign. and the kill counter is sort of a target on some silhouettes right there. And that's just going to show my kills, deaths for the war. I was toying around with showing some other season stuff, like are we in, which rank are we, but it's just too much to track. I really want to keep all the data that I'm going to be tracking in these videos to that specific war, because I don't want to have to go in and out of the game to look and stuff. It took a lot of work to develop these overlays and the stats that I'm going to track. So I'll just have that switch each time I get a kill or a death. And you can see that the node changed too. Now I'm on node 18, going up against MODOK. No reason for me to show in the bottom or the top who I'm fighting, because obviously it's right there. And I don't want to surprise it for anybody either. So I want to show my team in the bottom left, just so that if I'm in the fight, people can see, oh, okay, he's got Blade, but he's also got Stark, Spidey, and Ghost Rider. And I think this will really help people who skip around in war videos. I tend to do that myself a lot of times. I want to find the interesting fights. And I think this will help a lot for people who are maybe jumping around, because I'm not like forcing everybody to watch every single second of the videos, and I think it will really enhance the viewing experience. But you know, guys, let me know what you think about this. If you like it, if it's a little noisy. I tried to keep it really simple to stay focused on the fight. You know, the data's down there at the bottom just for reference, you know. So we're gonna be getting out of this fight after I take down this Medusa. You should have already seen this if you watched the video, and I'm gonna show you the end screen where all of the magic happens. Okay, so this is gonna be the end screen here. The end screen, I've got the same blue frame coming around if we win, and I've got the red one if we lost. Let me know if you think that the red one's a little too much. I came up with that at the last second. I kind of like it because you can kind of skip to the end, and at a glance you can tell whether or not we won or we lost the war. And the reason, there's some stats here that you're going to see, and there's some stats that you're probably like, where are they? I don't want to show anything that's in the end screen of the Alliance war. The war room, mostly because I get requests from enemy alliances saying, hey, look, we're going up against you guys, we don't really want anything shown. Or maybe some guys are like, oh, we don't care if you show attack bonus, but don't show our diversity. Eventually our officers might start making those kind of requests towards me, and I don't want to have to deal with all that. Look, I'm going to show you guys my stats, what happened to me this war, what are the basic stuff that my alliance will never care about, like our win-loss, my own kill-death ratio, and what my team was, who I went up against, how many times I died to them, what node they were on. All that stuff's in the video anyway. This is just a summary of that. And I think that's pretty nice. So I'm going to end up counting how many units I use for each war by adding up the potions and revives that I use, stuff that I can buy in the store. I'm not going to add up the boosts, unless someone can make a convincing argument to me that I should, because the boosts vary in purchase price and everything so much. You get them through so many different deals, and the Alliance stuff's a lot more, the Alliance potions and revives are a lot more cut and dry with their value and their price. You know, you can either spend units or glory on them. I'm just going to do a straight unit conversion on all of those and tally it up for the season. So you'll see my war units, my war kills, my war deaths, and then you'll see the season units, the season win-loss for the Alliance, and the season kill-death ratio of my own. You'll see that team for the specific war, you'll see who we were fighting against and whether we won or lost, and you'll see my path and what sort of happened. The little number on the bottom of each node is how many times it took, how many deaths I had on that node. So a black and white node will mean, you know, that I didn't fight that node, or yeah, basically that's it, that I didn't fight it. And it'll just show who I would have chosen for that fight, probably. It might be arbitrary. I might end up leaving that blank. We'll see. I've got plenty of time to edit all this. So yeah, suggestions are welcome. I did spend a ridiculous amount of time on it, though, so don't be surprised if you make a suggestion and I say, hey, look, I'm just too tired. I can't fix it anymore. Maybe for Season 3. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So anyway, I didn't want to go over 10 minutes. Now I'm at 14, so let's try and keep it under 15 minutes. This are the plans for Season 2. The recap of Season 1 already happened. We did pretty well. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the Season 1. Thanks for sticking with me on every war. It was great having you, and I look forward to seeing you over in Season 2 in those war videos. It's gonna be a good time. They're my favorite type of content to make. My favorite type of content in the game. I know Alliance War is kind of annoying, but it's competitive. It's fun. it's a little stressful at times too, but it is what it is. We got to compete. That's the name of the game. That's why we play video games in the first place. At least that's why I play them. I like to compete. So anyway, guys, take care. Have an amazing day. Have a good break off of war seasons, and stay tuned for more content. Take care.